Sam here. I'm going to be doing my Therapy Tip Tuesdays with you guys for the month of December. For those of you that don't know me, I work in the East Yaphank office, and this is my little puppy Jasper. So for those of you that don't know, Jasper is in training to become a therapy dog. So he may not be perfect because he's just a puppy right now, but we're going to teach you today how to target different speech and language goals using our pets at home. This idea was actually first inspired by my patients because a lot of them have come to me and they've said, Miss Sam, like, I'm so excited. I practiced my reading today or my fluency today with my cat. You know, she really listens to me. And it actually gave me a flashback to when I was little and learning to read, that my library offered a program where you could schedule time to read to a dog. Now, reading to animals or any other speech and language goal can be direct, indirect, and you could definitely use this to move from your therapy room to your home environment. The same goals would apply, just with a furry twist, slimy twist, whatever kind of twist your pet is. So I thought I'd start with articulation. So if you had articulation goals and you're working on certain sounds, you can work by saying the dog's name. You can work by saying the sounds the dog makes. So let's just say that you're working on the sound B or the B. You want both lips together, curled in, and a nice strong B. So if you're saying, oh, what does Jasper do? You could say, bark, bark. Check where your lips curled in. Bark, bark, bark. That way, your child's finding a fun and interactive way of getting their practice sounds in while interacting with their pet, which is pretty cool. You could also follow up with that with questions like, where are your lips? Oh, your lips are together, nice and strong. Dogs could also be helpful in fluency, or pets, excuse me, I just keep looking at Jasper. Dogs and pets can be helpful in fluency in that animals are proven for significant levels of stress reduction, they can boost confidence, and they show an unlimited amount of love and care. And they never are able to talk back for the most part. So you can definitely use your pet with fluency. So you can start by taking a book, and you can have your pet either lay down, be in the same room, whatever's most comfortable for you and your pet, and you can work on your techniques with him. So let's just say you're doing something like easy onset or easy speech. You could take this book is called Baloney. So you could take a nice deep breath, use that diaphragmatic breathing if that's your goal, baloney, and take a nice deep breath out. If you're reading and it's a challenging sentence for you or your child, you can take whatever sentence you have. So let's just say, I misplaced, and if you are doing repetitions on the word misplaced, you could always cue yourself or ask your child, was that smooth or bumpy? And then hopefully it'll bring some extra self-awareness in a non-judgmental and relaxing environment because of your dog. I know he always makes me feel more comfortable, so I think it would increase confidence and pride and willingness to practice these strategies in our overall environment. Now, even more so, if you have different language goals, you can make a whole pet theme, so you don't have to have your dog present or your pet present the whole time. So you can oftentimes say, okay, like, we're gonna play with Jasper right now, and then after we're gonna read a book on dogs. So you can look at Jasper, play with him, whatever you would do in your normal day, and then read a book. With that, you're able to ask different comprehension questions on the book or even relate them back to Jasper. So say a dog in a story had barked and someone asked you, what did the dog do? And your child might not know. You could say, oh, think of Jasper, like, what can your pet do? And that's a good way to kind of jog their memory by giving them a more personal experience. In addition, the great thing about using pets is they all look different, act different, live in different places. So for this example, you can look at your dog and you can say, okay, like, this is Jasper, and he has long hair versus short hair. You you could say he has many colors, or for another pet, he is black. For other describing, you could say he's loud, he's quiet. If you have a cat, maybe they're shy. And then say you have an animal that lives in the water. That's another type of descriptive category for your pet. So say you have a fish. The fish is slimy, scaly, and kids are able to interact on a more personal level in that environment. You're also, if you're describing something, but on a personal level, like personality, I can say that Jasper is hyper, loving, loyal, energetic. To make it younger for kids, maybe we could say he's happy, he's cute, he's fuzzy. So you could also add personalized characteristics that could also be described for people. You could also incorporate routines. So I know in most of our speech and language goals, we like to integrate them into a daily routine, and that leads for more structured practicing and in areas where we could improve on our speech goals. So it's integrated into their everyday life. So for familiar routines, you could say, okay, in the morning, like, we're going to feed Jasper. So every day, once we get up, we take the cup, we fill his bowl, and then we put it on the floor or on his feeding tray. What else do we need to make sure we have with the food? We fill up his water, and we put the water in the bowl. And every morning, that could be something you guys do, and your child can narrate what you're doing with you or participate in those different types of routines. Or for those with a more active lifestyle, you could say, okay, like, it's time for a walk. And every day you're going to take the dog for a walk, and where do you go? Around the block. So you could also participate that way while including everyone in a routine you would normally perform at home anyway. Now, for those that might have auditory processing goals, listening goals, you could always ask or answer yes/no questions. So a few examples would be, is Jasper big? And the answer would be no. And then you could say, like, what is he? Small. So yes or no questions, giving a visual, living, breathing example is a wonderful way to have kids connect to their environment and really understand what they're working on and how to apply it. You could also read a story with your dog out loud, and then you could ask your child follow-up questions about the story. So you could say, and pretend that the dog heard it. And you could say, oh, like, Jasper, what did you hear next? And you would ask your child, oh, can you help him? And then the child will answer the question. Additionally, I would say any kind of socialization, pragmatic goals, animals are perfect. So research shows that those people, I'm just going to talk about dogs because of Jasper, but people who walk their dogs more get longer amounts of sentences in and more face-to-face time with another person. So therefore, participating in these activities is really beneficial for different goals such as eye contact, turn-taking in conversation, generating conversation. So those are perfect to incorporate with your pet. Even telling a friend, like, say you have a fish, like, oh, my fish is purple, like, she lives here, like, I want to build my tank and add this kind of fish. What do you think? And you could use it as a starting point and a concrete example to further your conversational goals. In addition, you could also, an important part of having a pet is pet care. So eventually in life, you might have to take your pet to the vet for a checkup. So even for our older kids, making a call and pretending to explain why you're setting up an appointment. So answering the phone and saying, hi, this is Sam. I am calling for my pet Jasper. I would like to talk about his health. And then following up questions from there in order to see what parents can say or different routines that you would have to talk to other people to care for your pet. In addition, For our younger kids, if it's okay to do so with your pet, you can also just use playtime. So a lot of early intervention kids, a lot of our 3 to 5-year-olds, a lot of our therapy can be done during play. So we incorporate and take their lead and describe what they're doing, give the object an attribute. So let's just give a good example. He's going to be really excited. What do we have? A blue ball. It's exciting, right? And now you could play with the dog. So say you're going to play fetch with your animal. You're going to throw ball up, and it describes different actions that you can do with your pet at home that would probably already be done, and also strengthen the bond with your pet. I guess he's not willing to chase after today, but you could even point out that the ball bounces, so bounce ball. And it could also work then if you use a ball, you can work on early developing sounds with really young kids, just observing. So you could say, ball, ball, and really over-articulate those sounds. Someone's getting tired. But in general, pets, you can target a variety of goals. You're able to use it at home. You don't have to go out to do them, especially since we've been spending a lot of time at home. And it's good to make practicing fun, and it can incorporate all different activities and really improve a child's progress because it's something that's important to them. Dogs provide a non-judgmental environment, and they're going to lead to more confidence and willingness to practice. And hopefully that'll transfer over with adults, because or with adults or other conversational partners or in school, just because the variety of speech and language activities or goals can come with a confidence booster goal, improve yourself, improve how you see things and how you adapt to your environment, and the different compensatory strategies you work on with your therapist in the office. So with that, hopefully, maybe we'll see you, Jasper, again next week. And it was really nice talking to you guys, and I'm excited to talk to you guys next week. Have a great week. Bye.